The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
Go ahead and tap that like screen on your way in. Just keep tapping that like screen. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. I hope everybody is doing great today. Happy New Year's Eve. Getting ready to kick in 2026 here starting tomorrow. And we are up. We're at it. We're going to look at the markets as we close out 2025 and get to 2026. What I'd like to say to you guys is go ahead and smash that like button on your way in. Smash that share button on your way in. And share this thing out. Get this thing out there. If you're over there on TikTok, go ahead and keep smashing that screen for me. Appreciate all you guys over there on TikTok as well. Just keep smashing that screen for me. Let TikTok know that we're here. Let them know that we're up. Let them know that we're doing things. And we'll get moving. I see the chats rolling in already. Yeah. Oh, I see the chats rolling in already. Everybody's asking me questions already. Keep tapping that like screen, y'all. Just keep tapping that thing. Appreciate you guys over there on TikTok. And appreciate everybody over here on X, everybody over here on YouTube. As we roll this stream out today, we're going to do our thing. We're going to talk about the markets. We're going to talk about what 2025 kind of brought to us and what we have going on in 2026 from my perspective. Got a little bit of a crypto pump today. I tell you, crypto markets are looking halfway decent this morning. Not too bad this morning. So that's a good thing because, you know how it is. You know how it is, dog. Crypto market's been down. They've been down pretty damn good. So, if we can get them things moving in the right direction, we definitely like that. So let's see if we can get into a little bit of this chat. Good morning, Selmo, my dog. Good morning. There's a global liquidity crisis. Yeah, there's a global liquidity. I've been looking for liquidity since God knows when. I've been telling you guys that we've had liquidity problems since God knows when. There is no liquidity in the market, in the crypto market, or even, in some of the other markets. We got liquidity issues, y'all, and it's because people are broke, right? Like, let's be honest about the situation. People are broke. The people that are really the retail investors that are really investing in these markets are the ones that have a little bit of extra cash. But the majority of people around the world, they just we're still trying to come out of this issue that we're having with recession and everything else. And I know a lot of people talk about liquidity. A lot of people talk about this going to the business cycle and liquidity. It's just craziness. Just go take a look outside. Go to the store. Go try to buy a house. Go try to buy a car. Let you know that the interest rates are too high around the world, and also that people are broke. So it is what it is, and we do have a global liquidity crisis. I know people try to put different spins on it, and we'll kind of go through a little bit of that as we move on. Ken, good morning, my brother. Good morning. Good morning. Good early afternoon to you, actually. So, uh, you know, good early afternoon to you, brother. I hope you're eating some lunch by now. Uh, CMOS has directed X. Yeah, Elon Musk did direct X to kind of give the creators the same you know pay as YouTube and all this and that. I can tell you guys, I can tell you straight up, Ken, YouTube's pay is not that great either. That's why I tell people, like, if they really want to on YouTube and X, if you guys really want to support the channel, and there's a wallet on X, just go ahead and hit it and donate there. It's YouTube and X. They seem to love to take the creators' money at a pretty good clip. So, hit that thing. There's a Solana wallet up there. There's a Ethereum wallet up there. Yeah. So Ken, I don't know what type of impact that's gonna have on X, to tell you the truth. It'll be better, but it's not good either. So, but it's a good thing. And they got to compete because Forecaster, and Farcaster, and TikTok are absolutely killing X and YouTube right now when it comes to creation, when it comes to people putting out content, and it comes to pay scales, it comes to just the creators themselves being able to not be so suppressed in the algorithm. Uh, it's uh, it's it is what it is. H HNY. We'll look at HNY. Uh, uh, let's see. Man, my chat keeps bouncing all over the place on me, y'all. So just bear with me for a second. Uh, I don't know if it's my mouse. I don't know if it's just the chat in general, but this thing's just bouncing all over on me. So let me see if we can get a better. Let's see if we can get something better going on over here. So yeah, Ken. There's Seiko. What's up, Seiko? What's up, Seiko? What's up, dog? Uh, Ken wants to know what my plan is for 2026. My plan for 2026, Ken, is really to ride this rally out a little bit, see what's going on. And I think that real world tokenized assets to play for 2026. I do think that we'll get some legs under real world tokenized assets. And we'll see where AI goes, right, in 26. Meta just bought yesterday, Facebook Meta just bought a company with AI agents, and we've been making cryptocurrency has been making AI agents for a while. We'll see if there's a cryptocurrency company that gets bought out by one of these big companies for their AI agent, and see if we can't get some legs up underneath this AI play over here in crypto, because the AI play over here in crypto has been next to nothing. Uh, to tell you the truth, it's all been smoke and mirrors. It's really been next to nothing. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. Good morning, Seiko. Good morning, Seiko. But my plan for 2026, Ken, is really to start taking some of my profits off the table between the first and second quarter of 2026. Just starting to take some of these profits off the table. I know that everybody's talking about a super cycle and everything else, but I just don't see where the liquidity is coming from and how it's going to flow into crypto. So my plan is really to really start to take some profits off the table and really start to get ready for the next run, and obviously do a lot of trading. You guys know I'm trading, so we're gonna do a lot of trading. Uh, can you cook some black eyed peas? I can cook black eyed peas. I can cook. That I can cook, dog. I usually cook all the meals, all the big meals. So let's see what else we got going on in the chat real quick before we jump into the market. Man, Seiko's in the building. You know. Seiko's in the building, up and early. Man, it's early for Seiko over there on the West Coast. We on the East Coast, so yo, it's early for my man Seiko. 2026 Pelosi. Yeah, Pelosi's gonna be gonna be wearing gonna be wearing an orange jumpsuit. Very well could be. Very well could be. A lot of politicians could be wearing jumpsuits in 2026. Um, let's go ahead. Let's get into this market. Let's get after this thing. Let's see what we got going on over here. Um, going on. Uh, I wanna I want to just check something out real quick. You guys over there on TikTok, keep smashing that like screen. Keep smashing that screen for me, man. Really appreciate it. Means a lot. And means a lot. So, let's keep doing that. Let's keep smashing that like screen and keep moving. Uh so yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll get into the markets. We'll look and see what we got going on. So right now, you got the Asian markets. They didn't close too well. They didn't do too well last night. Yo. There's my man Heat. There's my man Heat. There's my man Heat. Happy New Year's Eve, Heat. How are you, brother? Hope you're staying warm up there in Canada where you're at, brother. It is cold down here where I'm at, and we got a lot of snow. I can tell you that. A lot of snow, a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of wind, a lot of snow. It's getting nasty, man. It's absolutely getting nasty. Uh, Ken said to Seiko, Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to you too, Ken. But yeah, so we can go ahead. The Asian markets themselves, they didn't trade too well last night. They don't look good. European market, they don't look good right now either. They're not trading well. Rice, rice and peas. You guys are talking about food, man. You guys are on it, baby. Rice and peas, very good. Okay, you guys are cooking it up, baby. Yeah, the European markets, they're not trading well right now. Obviously, Ken's taking all his profits out of the European market and just over there, just absolutely just smashing the markets, taking the millions out of the market right now, and just stacking them up. Going into the new year, yeah, we're gonna. This is it. This is the last stream of 2025 right here. Uh, this is it, and uh, we'll see. I'll give you guys my recap of 2025 here in a minute, and I'll let you guys kind of know where I think the cryptocurrency market went in 2025, and we'll take a look. We'll take a look, and it'll be interesting. I think what you guys think I'm going to say versus what I'm going to say should be very interesting, indeed. But yeah, the European markets, absolutely, Ken is taking all of his money out of there. The United States free markets, they're not looking too good either. The headline here is, the stock market splits as 2026 as 2025 comes to an end. But definitely pulling back, and got Nvidia sitting here at 187. Took a little slip back yesterday. Nvidia did buy a company yesterday, um, so they're still trying to roll things out, still trying to move on. So yeah, Nvidia is actually moving their AI along, and we know that everything moves. How Nvidia moves when it comes to AI, and we shall see what if that AI trade can hold up in 2026. Um, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at BSOL, uh, Bitwise Soul staking ETF. Let's take a look at it. Let's see how it's performing. Right now, it's at $16 and 70 cents trade after hours. Right now, it closed at 16.37, so it looks like it wants to open up higher than what it was yesterday, which is good. Which is definitely good. We'll take that. take a higher opening for B sold. I like that. I like that project. I think that that ETF is going to move pretty well when it comes to the Solana ETF, and that's a bit like staking Solana ETF. I think it's going to move pretty well. Right now, it's the best Solana ETF out there, and we shall see where it goes. We'll take a look at IBIT as well and see where that's trading at right now. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. We'll take a look and see where this thing's trading at right now, and see if we'll get into the whole ETF situation when we get to the cryptocurrency market in general and what they put out yesterday. But I just want to see if these things are trading a little bit higher today than if they're going to open up a little bit higher than when they closed yesterday. Yeah, so it looks like IBIT closed at 49.83 yesterday, and it looks like it wants to open at 50.42 today. So a little bit higher than where we were. So that looks good. That looks good for the cryptocurrency market. Crypto markets are moving a little bit this morning, guys. So that's actually really good to start this morning off. We'll see if it can stay, if it can stay pumping this morning as we move on. Hopefully it can, and we'll all be good for it. The Ethereum ETF, the BlackRock Ethereum ETF, right now it closed at 22.33 yesterday. Right now it's closed. It's up. It looks like it wants to open at 22.64, which is up just a little bit from where it was. Yeah, so definitely like where these ETFs are looking this morning. Definitely like the positive volume coming into the ETFs moving into today. So looks good. Looks real good this morning over here on the market. So yeah. But yeah, pre-markets for the actual stock market don't look that great here in the United States. Uh, I'm not going into the new year. Rich, yo, yeah, 2026. You know, well, 2026 is going to be an interesting year. It's I think a lot of people are going to have to come to Jesus moment in 2026. Uh, and well, it's going to be one of these years where I think there's going to be massive pumps and massive dumps and ups and downs in the market. I think the market's changing a little bit in 2026, and we're going to have to ride this thing out from a cryptocurrency standpoint. But I do think that in 2026, people will get a little bit of dose of reality about the cryptocurrency market and everything that everything that is being done and said and what it really truly means. And we'll talk about it. Gold is down today and silver is down today. All the precious metals are down today. So let's before we actually get into the first section, let's talk about this. Like gold pumped 4,000 to $4,322 right now, right? So gold absolutely went on a monster ride, right? We'll pull this chart back. You'll look at this thing, all right? And let's pull this thing back. Pull this thing back for a year, right? See what we got. You'll see this. You'll see this chart just absolutely just be crazy. You'll see this chart absolutely be crazy. Everybody requesting to come up on TikTok, streaming on a couple different platforms, so I can't bring you guys up. So we will be opening up a channel over there on TikTok at some point this week, maybe Friday, but it's not going to be today. I'm on TikTok, X, and YouTube, so it doesn't make much sense for me to have a channel. But when you look at gold right now, sitting at $4,320 right now, this thing absolutely pumped. We're looking at a year chart over here. And when we look at this thing has absolutely gone crazy. Well, especially in the last couple of months. And what has not gone crazy with gold with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has not gone crazy with gold. And a lot of people were talking about risk on, risk off assets, or risk off trades. When people go with gold, go with precious metals, they're going risk off, right? And usually Bitcoin's a risk off play, and it definitely has not pumped with gold, but we have taken the absolute dump with gold, right? And when we look over here at the free markets, you have Russell 2000, the Russell, which is a small market cap uh, play, and it's down as well. I mean, it's up as well, and Bitcoin's down, uh, and that's risk off play. So Bitcoin has taken the dump with gold and Russell, but they have not been able to take pump along with them. So that's very interesting, very different than any very different than any other time when Bitcoin usually pumped when the Russell or gold pumped, and not the case this time. And that's interesting. That I think that that's a deviation from the regular cycle, right? That's a deviation from what's usually happening, which should tell you guys a lot. Where people are going risk off, but they're not going risk off inside of crypto. We are starting to see some of the money flow into cryptocurrency right now, which is a good thing. Uh, let me get over here. Somebody on TikTok, Medic said that 2025 was a bloodbath. It depends on when you got in. It depends on when you got in. Starks, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Over there on TikTok. How are you, my brother? My man Starks over there on TikTok. Yo, if you guys aren't following Starks on TikTok, follow Starks on TikTok. One of a great charter, and does a great job with charts and everything else. But you guys over there on TikTok, make sure you guys are smashing that screen for me real quick, and make sure you guys are getting the likes up and keeping them moving, right? So we know that we're going to open up these ETFs and crypto a little bit higher than what we closed yesterday. Let's go ahead. Let's look at some of the metrics over here and see what we got going on. We got Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index right now sitting at 32, which is very good, starting to come up. And I'll show you guys down here when we get to the Bitcoin dominance what this actually means. But we got the Fear and Greed Index creeping up to 32, still in fear. But remember, guys, just a couple of weeks ago, this thing was blasting around in the teens. So being able to come up to 32 is not bad. We got all point season sitting at 19 out of 100. Came down a little bit since since Monday when we streamed. Came down a little bit. Uh, came down 1 point. Got the market cap sitting at $3 trillion, and I'll show you guys why that all point season came down 1 point here. It's something you guys got to pay attention to. So we did make the $3 trillion mark right now in the market cap, which is phenomenal right now for crypto to actually start to see that market cap move back up to that $3 trillion range. Because we were hovering around 2.8 to 2.9 for a long time. You see why though. You see the positive inflows from the ETF back in. We finally had a positive day with the ETF inflows sitting at 423 million dollars. So a positive 423 million came into the market, which is absolutely great for the value of crypto. We got Bitcoin sitting over here, the Bitcoin dominance sitting at 59.1%, and the Ethereum dominance sitting at 12%. Here is why your altcoin season ticked down 1% to 19 out of 100 rather than 20 out of 100, because the Bitcoin dominance is just going up, which means what, guys? Yes, there's money flowing into the market. Yes, there's money coming back into the market, but where's it going? It's going into Bitcoin, right? People are putting their money into Bitcoin. They're not putting it into coins. They're not putting it into Ethereum. They're not putting it into a lot of these other projects. It's literally sitting in Bitcoin. So right now, if you look at it, Bitcoin and Ethereum holds about 71.1% of the market. About 71.1% of that $3 trillion is wrapped up in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and 59% of that is wrapped up in Bitcoin. That's why your altcoins are pumping, guys. The Bitcoin dominance is just absolutely monstrous right now. Your altcoins aren't going to start pumping, I don't believe, until having a real pump. That pump everybody's looking for is until this Bitcoin dominance gets around 55%. And right now it's up to it went from 58 to 59%. So it's starting to tick back up, which means money flowing into daddy. Bitcoin is daddy, guys. Uh, See the longs and the shorts right now. A lot of people got liquidated in the past 2 days, sitting at $698.8 billion right now. This was up to, remember, it was like 720 something billion on Monday. So a lot of people got liquidated when you went through yesterday's price action, and a lot of them were longs sitting down there at the bottom. Just absolutely got crushed yesterday. So we shall see what is going on. But yeah, I expect there to be a lot of a lot of short positions opened up today because I think Bitcoin's going to run up a little bit today. It looks like it wants to run up a little bit today. I think it will run up a little bit today, just because there's a lot of liquidations up at the top side of us, and we'll get up there and we'll look at them liquidation levels on the top side of us here in just a second, and we'll see. Bitcoin right now is sitting at $88,837. Definitely on the move up today. Ethereum sitting at $2,994, trying to bust into this $3,000 mark. I think Ethereum will hit 3,000 today. Let's see if it can hold it, but definitely I think it will hit 3,000. BNB sitting at 867 right now. That's okay. Remember, BNB was sitting up around 1,000. Solana's making a nice move today, sitting at $126.42. Solana's making a nice move to the side, and XRP is sitting at $1.87. XRP's back up above that $1.88 range. In order, there's a lot of liquidity sitting at for XRP sitting at $1.88. So if they can get back up there and hold it, XRP can go on a move. Getting over here to the cryptocurrency bubbles, the hour looks like it's in red, which changed when I woke up this morning. It was in green. The day is in red as well, but I do think we're going to pump a little bit today, just because it's New Year's Eve, and I think we'll pump a little bit. I think I'll put some money into the market. You see the ETFs starting to open up with a positive inflow, guys. You guys over there on TikTok got to keep smashing that like screen, guys, because TikTok's not going to know we're here in a minute if you guys don't. So just keep tapping that screen, and I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you guys for that. But yeah, so it looks like the hour is definitely in red. So we'll see. We'll see. I think we're going to turn this thing around, and we're going to make this thing happen today. And we shall see. Not a financial advisor, not your financial advisor. If you need one, seek one. I'm not him. But I do believe that we're going to get a pump today. So it looks like Binance is going to delist a couple pairs that they have going on. It looks like with the FDUS pairs, looks like they're going to delist the Bitcoin Cash FDUSD pair, the AVAX FDUSD pair, the Litecoin FDUSD pair, SUI. They're going to list these USD pairs. They probably just don't have enough volume on it. That's just probably what it is. As Dex Tools, Dex Tools actually did a nice upgrade. We'll look at it in a minute. They did a nice upgrade in a minute. They did a nice again. Nice. Can't locate my favorites. I'll show you in a minute, Ken. Yeah, they did a nice upgrade. Uh, Ken, so if you come over here on Dex Tools, right now, if you come over here on Dex Tools, hopefully it comes up. I just think this morning they did a nice upgrade. So your favorite should be sitting right here at the top. This should bring up your favorites right here. It should bring up your favorite menu, and then your favorites are actually sitting not on the right side anymore, but sitting on the left side. They're sitting on the left side of your screen right here. Right here is your favorite, sitting on the left side of your screen. But to get to them, you got to hit this little star up top. Yeah, it does. Dex Tools with a beautiful upgrade. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Uh, Selma says it's usual. Yeah, well, BTC's definitely been under 100K because it's never been higher than 100K until 2025. Ken says, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, I looked at it this morning, Ken. So yeah, I mean, it actually looks pretty good. So Um, I like the Deck Tools upgrade. They actually looks like they want to start to compete with Deck Screener. Which is Deck Screener. Deck Screener actually had a little bit of leg up on Dex Tools when it came to the layout, but not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. So we get over here to the Bitcoin chart. We're on the hourly chart right now. We'll see what we have going on. We'll look at some liquidity levels right here. Let's see. Thought I had these laid out. Well, did they not? Did they not save? They might not have saved. All right, so we're over here on Bitcoin. We'll throw these liquidation levels up here right now. I thought I had them laid out early this morning, but I was half asleep and I was trying to do it. So let's look at where the liquidation levels are for Bitcoin right now. So on the short side, it looks like over here on the finance, it looks like you would have liquidations at 87,500. Let's call it 87,500. There's a crap ton of liquidations up there. I mean, down there to the bottom side of us, right around 87,000, or let's call it 87 and a half. It looks like you got a crap ton of liquidation sitting up there. At about 80, yeah, right around 87 and a half. Want to go up here to the finance chart. Look at the finance. They have the most liquidations. And yeah, 87 and a half. We're looking at a 50x leverage. You got about 6.6 million with 50x down there with 50x. And you have about 26.8 uh 20 24 point, yeah, about 24 million dollars sitting down over there with 100x, right? So you're right around at 86, 87, 87 and a half, down to about 87.3. So between 87 and a half to 87 and a 87 3, there's a crap ton of liquidation sitting up underneath us. And then over here above us, we have 90,000, right around 90,000. You're looking at that being a liquidation level up there. Above us, about 5.4 million in 50, and about 21.7 million in 100x. So them seem to be the liquidation levels that they're going after today. And then when we look at it, when we look at the chart, we can look and see where it's headed, right? You got 88.8 right now. It looks like they're trying to get up here uh, and start to liquidate the top side, right? Which we said was about 90,000, right? So we look at the thing, we got about 90,000, that liquidation level right there. Uh, it's all about liquidity, right, guys? And we're in a liquidity crunch right now, right? So when we look at it, it's all about liquidity. How fast these guys can hunt this liquidity. These market makers that are working on these exchanges. What do we say? 75 and a half, I mean 87 and a half. To the downside, 87 and a half to the downside. So right up in there, it looks like. So if you look at this chart, they're closer to hunting the liquidity level on top than they are on the bottom, right? So I would expect Bitcoin to maybe hit close to this 90,000 today to go up there and start to take out some of them 50x's and 100x leverage. Timsky, Happy New Year, my brother. Happy New Year's Eve, man. I would think that think we're think we're going think we're going uh, down to 76. Do I think we're going down to 76? I think 75 is the level that we'll probably get to. I think 75,000 on Bitcoin is the level we'll probably get to. I think we're going to play around here for a little bit though. I do think that the all-time high for Bitcoin is already set for this bull run at 126. Uh, I don't, you know, I don't see the amount of liquidity in the market that's needed to push this thing back up to anything higher than 126. I know everybody wants to look at different charts and try to let's just talk about where we've been at in 2020, 25, going into 26, right? So everybody has been trying to figure out what's going on with the cryptocurrency market and Bitcoin in general, right? Uh, we're going, we're going to, we're going to, we're going to the moon, boy. Yeah, listen. I think that we're gonna have a decent start to 2026. But everybody, is trying to compare the cryptocurrency cycle to something, right? So what we heard at the beginning of the year is that we're having the halving cycle. We're in the middle of the cycle, right? And then everybody got excited when we got up to 126, right? Thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok, man. I appreciate you guys. Keep tapping that like screen. Keep tapping that thing. Uh, Lambo 2026. Better be a used one, Ken. Um, so everybody got excited when we got up to 126, and they were saying, hey, look, we're in an extended cycle. We're going into a super cycle, all this and that. All right. But right around 110, I said to you guys, I said the structure's starting to break, right? We got up to 126. We started to come down to 110. And I said to you guys, we've been following this channel since 2023 and it looks like it's starting to break down a little bit. Go ahead and take some profits off of your altcoins. Probably be a smart thing to do, right? And well, I wasn't wrong, right? I wasn't wrong. When you look at where we've been, where the altcoin market was at 120, at 110, you were probably about 30% higher than where you are right now in the altcoin season, right? So if you would have just started taking some profits off the table then, you would have been just fine. But instead, everybody kept talking about a super cycle, super cycle, super cycle. Well, while everybody's talking about a super cycle, you're taking haircuts, right? You're taking haircuts out, right? Uh, let's just let's take a look at Bitcoin, right? And the haircuts that people are taking, right? So, I mean, 110 down to 88.7, that's a pretty damn big haircut, right? And at that time, Ethereum was sitting over $3,000, right? And now it's coming below 3,000, maybe supposed to pump up to 3,000 today. That's a pretty big haircut, right? So people are out here taking 20, 30% haircuts before they realize what's going on because right around 110, you started to see that structure break down, right? And uh, once you fell out of that upward channel, history has shown that if you printed two weekly candles outside of that channel, in any other bull run, that you were going to a bear market, right? That's history has shown that in every single bull run that's happened, right? But people were acting like this bull run was different. It was different. Why were they acting like that? Because we didn't get this big altcoin run that everybody wanted, right? But let's just let's take a look, right? Because I think people get blinded by what they got going on, right? Let's take a look at what we actually have going on. Not what people are telling you, right? What's the chart telling you, right? Don't people will say whatever they want, whatever's convenient or what they need to say, right? But what's the actual chart telling you, right? Let's have a look. So here we're on a monthly chart right now, right? So this is 2023 right here, right? And we've tracked this channel up, right? And we minted this big, huge monthly candle outside of this chart, right? We started up in here. This is where I was telling you guys, right here, right around this 110 mark. These two candles right here. I seen these two candles come in, and I started to tell you guys, I said, look, this structure is breaking down. I'm gonna start taking some money off the table. Big Watch, dude, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Big Watch, dude? How are you, my brother? But you can see how why I was saying that this structure is starting to break down right here, right? You see these green candles, they're getting smaller and smaller. I said to you guys, the structure is breaking, right? Scottish, I'm staying stable coined up. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of my money in stable coins right now. Because I don't I think the market's coming lower. I think we're playing around right now, right? We're playing this game right now. The market with the market makers, right? And the game that we're playing right now with the market makers is just simply they're sucking liquidity out of the market. Is all that's going on right now. They're wrecking people to the upside. They're wrecking people to the downside, right? And that's just the game we're playing. But going back and looking at this whole chart, I said to you guys, the structure's breaking. Candles are getting smaller. We're gonna have a problem here, right? And right here, last month, uh, in November, right here, this is when everybody started freaking out. Well, I was already taking profits out in September and October when I was telling you guys that, right? So in November, everybody started freaking out. Why? Because we fell out of this channel right here, right? This channel was stayed true from 2023 up until this November mark, right? When we came out of this channel, right? We minted this candle outside of this channel. And people were like, oh, it's just outside, we're fine, right? Well, here we are in December, right? The last day of December, right? So this candle is going to close today, right? This candle is going to close today. What's the chances that the candle where we are right now is going to come back up inside of this channel? Next to none, right? Let's just be honest, right? That candle is not closing inside that channel. So now you have two candle closes outside of that channel. Well, people say, "Oh, Danny, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about." Well, what happened over here? Here's your last bull run right here. This is 2020 all the way up to let's call it 2023 right around 2022, right? Here it is, right? You started your upward trend in your bull market, right? You minted the first candle on the outside, right? You see it dip down. You minted your first candle on the outside, and then boom, what happened? You traded sideways. Boom, what happened? You went straight into a bear market, right? Well, yeah, you still don't know what we're talking about, right? Still don't know what's going on. Still don't know what we're talking about. Maybe we're stupid. Well, here was the bull run of 2016, 2017, right? You came up, you minted your candle on the outside of that monthly chart, and boom, what happened? You went into this long consolidated bear market. Well, guess what? The same thing's happening over here. The same thing has happened over here, right? So if history repeats itself, we're done. The bull market's over, right? Now, yeah, will you get a pump out of some pumps up through here? Yeah, right. Same way you came out of your bull market here, you got the sideways action here, you got a little pump up here, never came back inside the channel, got a little pump up here, and then pulled straight back, right? So this is your first quarter of 2026 right here. This is what it's gonna look like right here. This is my anticipation. You're gonna get a little bit of a run up, and then you're gonna get that retracement going into the second half of 2026. That's that's what it's gonna look like. That's history. That's not me saying, "Oh, this is what I think it's gonna look like. This is what I think it's gonna do." That's history, right? So, but let's get down to why people are saying, "Well, we didn't have a bear market," right? Well, I mean, we didn't have a bull market, right? Let's look, right? So from the top to the bottom is a that is a 70. Let's see here. I want to get this right. That's that's about a 70. It's about 100% return on Bitcoin, right? So I don't know. That looks like a damn good bull market to me. 70% return on your money. And we'll go do the same thing over here with the total too, right? We'll do the same thing. Because everybody's saying that we didn't have an altcoin season, right? We didn't have an altcoin season. We don't, there's no altcoin season. We didn't have one. We had one. It just didn't look like it used to look, right? So this is that same channel that we were tracking since 2023, right here, right? Same channel, same situation, everything, right? We'll look at the gains from there, right? I think it's great that we have these measuring tools here because when people say you didn't have an altcoin season, the total to market cap increased by 1,000%, a 1,000% gain from 2023 to where we currently are right now. How much more do you want out of an altcoin season? It didn't look like it didn't look like you wanted it to look because you didn't see that parabolic run, right? So it was kinda spread out. Well, where was it spread out to? It was spread out in some of these bigger markets, right? I'll give you a prime example. Uh, let's look at XRP, right? Well, everybody is saying, XRP should have done this, or they should have done that, or it should have ran here, or it should have ran there. Take a look. We're still on the monthly here, right? So this isn't smoke and mirrors. These are these are real numbers, right? Here's that same bull run we were talking about, right? That same run, right? Get this right here. From 2023 all the way up to here was about the top of that wick, right? XRP did when you look at this, XRP did a 600% move, a 618% increase from that time. 600%. 600%. Maybe all in February. Yeah. I'm telling you, the first quarter of the year, we'll get another pump, but, I just don't see it lasting. XRP said 2023 to now is up 600%. What what more XRP need to give you to say that you're okay with percent gains that it had, right? Let's look at Solana from the same time frame, right? Let's have a look. We're not even gonna take it all the way to the top of Solana. Solana was up there. But just from there right there, Solana did a 1,000%, a 1,000% move from 2023 to now. What more does Solana need to give you for you to say that there was an altcoin season? It gave you a 1,000% move, 1,000%. So it's all relative to when you got in, right? It's all relative. So what people will say, well, what we didn't have, I can tell you what we didn't have was we didn't have a big meme coin rally, right? We didn't have that big meme coin rally where tokens went from, you know, $1 million market cap all the way up to a $10 billion market cap or a $3 billion market cap or something. That's what you didn't have, right? And that's what people are missing right now. But here's the thing: you're not going to have that in 2026. You're not going to have that big meme coin rally in 2026 because when you get over here and you look at the market cap, right? 3 trillion is not enough money to move around the market. It's not enough money to float through that market. Now we had this up to about $4.3 trillion, right? And you still didn't have that big meme coin rally, right? You still didn't have that big meme coin rally at 4.2, 4.3 trillion, right? All that money is flowing into Bitcoin, Ethereum, RWA plays, big blockchains, uh, Ondo, people like that, right? That's where that money's flowing, right? And I'm going to give you even a better example of what I'm talking about, right? Better. We talked about this the other day. We're on a monthly, so this will look real good to you. There's the biggest layer one blockchain launch of the year, MON, right? The biggest layer one blockchain of the year, newest one, the biggest, newest blockchain of the year. Look, look at that chart. It's pointing straight down, right? It's pointing straight down, right? So if the biggest layer one launch of the year was backed by Coinbase, it had all of the major influencers on it. It was launching projects over there like crazy when it first came out. If this chart looks like this, what would make you think that somebody that launches with a $2 or $3 million market cap is going to do any better than that, right? This cycle we all need to to encourage BTC. Well, here's the thing: if you would have just bought BTC, Scottish, you're not wrong. If you would have just bought BTC, right? If you would have put your money nowhere else besides BTC, you would have crushed it this bull market. And I'll tell you what, if you would have just put your money in gold, people in the crypto world is going to hate me for this, but if you would have just put your money in gold, you would have outperformed BTC. Think about that for a minute. And if you would have just put your money in silver, you would have outperformed gold. Just take a step back and think about that for a minute. But we can drill this down. I mean, XRP gave you guys 1,000% move. Somebody in the chat tell me what more you want out of that. What more would you like out of XRP? It gave you 1,000% move relative to where you got in, right? If you're an OG in the game, you got in early 2023, it gave you 1,000%. Solana gave you 1,000% move. What more do you want out of this run? Correct, Scottish. Yeah. I'll tell you. BTC was the move. When dipped by try BNB. I can tell you the projects that I think are absolutely going to crush it 2026. We can talk about it. Projects that I think are absolutely going to crush it 2026. And we're not going too far down the list, y'all. BTC's got its all-time high already set, 126, right? So just pure 2026 status, right? I'm still buying BTC, right? But the projects that I think are going to crush it in 26 are BNB, Solana, based on this lawsuit, AVAX, because of its RWAs, HBAR, and I think Stellar still got a run in it. And Ondo. If somebody was to ask me, like, right now, like, what do I think will have somewhat of a push up in 2026? And I'm not talking 1,000% gain, but I think BNB, Solana, Stellar, HBAR, and Ondo still have a run left in them. I think Sui could possibly have a run left in it. If here's something to pay attention to. You want to play. Here's what to pay attention to. Let's say Solana gets caught up in this lawsuit, right? With pumped out funds, right? Let's say Solana gets caught up in this lawsuit. Things happen. It doesn't go on its way. Where's that volume going to go? It's going to go to room. Let me see what you said, Scott. If I'm in a room below Tyler Perry, you think? No. If I'm in a room alone with Tyler, oh man, I don't know, Scotty. I mean, Selma, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen next. Good morning, Kelton. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody's up going to work. Good morning. But I think that's you guys want my outlook for 2026. Here's my outlook for 2026. Here's what I'll tell you as we get up out of here. As we get up out of here. Selma, you got me laughing, man. I uh, there ain't gonna be any baby oil spread around, I can tell you that. But my outlook for 2026 is real world tokenized assets, guys. That's where we're headed. And that's why I say Ondo and Stellar and AVAT. Obviously, Ethereum, if there anything's gonna pump, it's gonna go Ethereum. But the real world tokenized asset money right now is being spent in AVAX, it's being spent in Ethereum, and obviously Ondo will be backed by BlackRock, right? So when I say it, I don't say it just to throw some tokens out there and say this is where we're headed. There's a reason why, right? And I don't. Here's what I'll tell you about AI and crypto. I don't believe that big companies are going to allow the cryptocurrency industry to run AI. They're going to head it off at every course. As you just seen, Facebook just bought one of the AI companies yesterday, a smaller AI company that they're going to integrate into their platform. Uh, and I think uh, I think that's one of the ones that that's what's going to happen more, right? They're going to buy these smaller companies that I don't think that the big boys are going to allow crypto to run AI. You know, they've got to control that, and they will control that, and they'll control that with their wallet, right? The banking industry, I think we're looking at more of a 2027 full implementation for that. Um, I think that there's a lot going on that we have to take care of first, regulatory wise. Uh, so I think as far as the banks coming, I think we're a couple years away from it. And everybody's talking about global liquidity. Global liquidity is not coming. We have a inflation problem, and we have a debt, and you know, it's we gotta figure that out, right? So, 2026 gonna be a lot of figuring that out. The uh, I think the stablecoin bill was the first step to that. I think we need the Clarity Act to pass, and I think that'll pass in 2026. You won't see full implementation of that in 2027. And then we'll start to see a little bit more of where that's going to take us, right? But I don't think the banking industry is going to do too much of anything to the Clarity Act passed. I think they're all just kind of sitting on the sidelines, just kind of waiting and for some clear guardrails to come up. And that Clarity Act is probably going to change about 15 times once it actually passed, right? Um, the stablecoin bill, I mean, they're still debating that thing back and forth. Even though it's law, they're still debating that thing back and forth. So the Clarity Act is going to go through the same process, and that's why I say 2027 before that happens. I think people's expectations need to be tampered down a little bit, and what we see in this cycle is this cycle is the exact same as every other cycle. Uh, the Bitcoin had its halving, it did its thing, it set its new all-time high, now it's on its downward trajectory. But understand, they call it the Bitcoin halving cycle. because it revolves around Bitcoin, right? We put altcoins into that sector, right? And it said just because Bitcoin's going through its halving cycle, altcoins must run. That's not true. It's not called the altcoin halving cycle. It's called the Bitcoin halving cycle, right? So we've put altcoins in that realm and meme coins in that realm to say this is the process that has to happen. We have to do it this way. I don't think so. And I think we'll see more and more of that, right? And I also think that a lot of these blockchains, a lot of these top tier projects that we see up top over here probably aren't going to make it. They're not going to make it through regulation. They're not going to make it with the volume that's out there, and you'll see new ones take their place. Uh, I don't think that a lot of the I think there's too many layer ones and layer twos out there. Um, and I think not all of them are going to be able to see the value that they need in order to make it. And I know that may sound like doom and gloom, but to me, that's exciting. Um, that's exciting because it's going to give an opportunity for new ones to come on board, right? Base is getting ready to launch a token for Base, the Base blockchain. I think you're going to see that probably. You're going to see that blockchain probably sitting in the top 20 when it's actually launched. Coinbase isn't going to let that thing fold up. So I think you'll see that thing in the top 21 launches. I mean, who's going to compete with them, right? Think about it. Who's going to compete with Coinbase when it comes to launching a token? Not many people. Not many people have them funds. And when we talk about, everybody talks about these banking tokens, XRP, XLM, all of these, ISO 2022 tokens. I told you guys ISO 2022 wasn't going to have the bang that it needed because there's no blockchain or cryptocurrency that's ISO 2022 compliant. We talked about this. I told you guys this. I was waiting for the hype to come up, and I showed you guys where to look, and here we are. Right, it happened. Right, and here we are. Right, you know, we're looking at what happened because ISO's rolled out. It's out already. It rolled out. It's in full effect. It went into play. There's no stall on it. There's no, none of it. So we shall see. Big watch, dude, man. I'm glad to see you back though. Uh, uh, say Tama. Well, that's a blast from the past. But yeah, that's a blast from the past. But maybe Volt chain. Oh man, Volt might be done there this run. I don't know how they're gonna be able to hold up. How they're gonna be able to hold up. But yeah, so 2026. I'll tell you guys, first half of the year, with every pump, take some money off the table. That's the best I can tell you. With every pump, take a little bit of your profit off the table and learn how to trade. Let's learn how to trade. Uh, this is a trader's market right now. I can tell you, Lit came out yesterday, and when you look at Lit, I don't know why they launched. Like Scott has said in a post, I don't know why they launched in this market. It's probably one of the dumbest things you could do was launch in this market. And I played this thing. I traded this thing up and down, up and down, up and down. It was 20% here, 30% there. Small game, 20, 30%, but I did it about 7 or 8 times, up and down. Sitting at $2.66 right now. When we look at this thing, it launched. Look at it over a week, right? You just play this thing up and down, up and down, up and down. When you learn how to trade, you can get in 20, 30%, 20, 30% here, 20, 30% there. The next thing you know, you're rolling pretty decent. But here's another one. I mean, you look at this thing launched in a market that has a $3 trillion market cap in it. If this thing launched, just look at the chart. There's no money in it. There's no money in it, right? I mean, there's just no money in the market for these things to sustain themselves. Let me go to the daily chart here. This thing hasn't been out long enough. Go to a 4-hour chart. What the hell? Look at that. Here's a 4-hour chart on lit, right? Doesn't look good. I think MMAI is gonna be the best wallet out there. Use your NFT code. Just like this project. Just like this project right here at Cellular. That thing looks absolutely phenomenal, doesn't it? Look at that thing. That thing looks like it's taking off, right? It's sitting over here at a whopping let's see. It's sitting over here at a $3.1 million market cap. This thing is going to the moon, baby. This thing's going to the moon. Look at that. Got up to 5 million and they dumped the shit out. Yeah, the thing's going to the moon, right? But all right, guys, with that, we're out of here. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. Let's bring in the new year right. On Friday, we'll be looking at a new year. And you guys know me. There's no such thing as a new year, new me. Fuck that. I'm gonna be the same dude I always am. Like it, love it, or leave it alone. If you don't know how to leave it alone, then you probably gonna end up getting your feelings hurt. But there is no new year, new me. I'm the same. I'm the same person today that I'll be in 2026. And I'm not looking to change a damn thing. So with that, y'all, we're up out of here. I'll see you guys on Friday. And you guys be safe out there today. Be smart. Be safe. Be smart. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything stupid tonight. And make sure you guys stay safe. All right. With that, we'll see you guys on Friday. We're up out of here. Peace.